What? What? Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Motorcycles and Misfits podcast, coming to you from the Recycle Garage here in sunny Santa Cruz, California.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
How was that?
That was
That
great.
was awesome, huh?
Is that it? Is that all you got?
Hold on.
Yeah.
No, you're not done yet, John.
Oh, well,
You're not done. No.
What am I missing?
Just stop.
Stop.
Who's in the room?
Oh, well, we haven't gotten to that yet.
Well, you better get moving.
Okay, well, it's my responsibility to let you all know who is in the room today.
Yes, it is.
and I'm
Yes, it
failing
is,
miserably.
Johnny.
On my right, riding the camel seat as she does, with her arm out, waving above her head, we have the incomparable Liza Miller.
Hey, everyone. That's right. I'm riding the camel saddle tonight.
It's quite a scene, isn't it? Her riding the saddle around the room here.
Howdy.
Yes. And on
That's a lot of sway.
it's a lot, yeah. It's a lot to see. So she can ride a camel saddle, but she can't walk across the room. Actually, you can now. Okay, on my left is somebody that needs no introduction because she is the light. She is the sun in our skies, the
God,
star in our
oh,
night. She is our
dear.
North Star. She
Oh.
is Miss Emma.
Dear taxi. Honestly. Oh, you are so full of shit, Johnny. And that's why I love you, darling. So, no, thank you. Aloha, darlings. Here I am.
Yeah,
And
that's a lot to live up to.
No, apparently so. I was wondering who we was talking about at first.
oh, right. And looking straight across at me is perhaps the most wonderful person in the room right now. We
Ooh,
have,
I say, look at that.
That
Talking
actually-
you up.
That is probably.
we
yes.
have Cat.
Nope. The other
Mouse.
one.
Sorry.
Yes.
Mouse.
Mouse.
I see you as one. So there we go. We have Mouse. Welcome, Mouse.
Thank you. Welcome.
And always
Good to be
chasing
here.
the mouse.
And looking at a cat, we have another cat. We have two cats, one very big and one kind of small. So welcome for Cat.
Meow.
There
And
we go. And your humble
Kitty has
and
blue paws.
Kitty has blue paws. And coming from Cheese, Oregon, otherwise known as Velveeta, the best scooterist, the top scooterist, the scooterist with the mooterists. We have Bagel.
Greetings. Not to be confused with Tillamook, also at Oregon.
Yes, exactly. No, you're coming to us from your workshop in Velveeta.
Yes.
And I am your humble narrator for this part of the podcast.
Johnny.
Pouring one out for Chris Christopherson. Sunday
Yes.
morning came down. So
Yeah.
You know, Emma, when it's so
R.I.P.
bad, it's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
that was
I-
this intro.
I was going to say, I mean,
it was entertaining, right?
Thank you very much, John. So,
hubris and hyperbole is what I say.
hey, everybody. So I wanted to switch things around a bit. I wanted to start with the news, but now I've lost my phone. So, news, just, every week I kind of pour through motorcycle news. See
Yes.
what do we care about? What do we care about? So you guys can tell me if you care about this. I found a couple things I thought we might.
Shoot.
So the first one is, I thought it was kind of interesting that Climb,
Yes.
I love their
Yes.
gloves, that they've created a new adventure series on YouTube on their Climb motorcycle channel called Ride to the End.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a group that's riding through South America down to Ushuaia
Okay.
to the end. But I just thought it was interesting. Another adventure series. John and I watched a bit of it, and something that was kind of interesting is they were featuring some of the local motorcycle cultures in the countries, places they're going.
And that is good, and I like it very much, but
It's not just people on adventure bikes
Right,
going down a dirt road.
Well, it's
They were
not,
really getting into the culture of the places they're traveling through.
I'm
And I-
hoping it's not overproduced.
No,
Okay.
It
No.
wasn't. They had just enough extra production, some decent values, not great camera work, but some good, questionable ideas in editing. But still, they had some good, After Effects stuff, some good graphics, but it wasn't overdone. And so far as I can tell, they aren't trying to build up ridiculous Hollywood fake drama. They're just telling the story as it goes.
Yeah, so check that out on I found they have a climb channel, which is gear, and climb motorcycle channel, which has this new series, Ride to the End.
Okay.
So do you care? Is that good news?
That is good news.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sort of.
The other one, I'm guessing Bagel will be the most excited about this. And it's not scooter news.
Soft porn.
Just because he likes the weird
Cinemax.
stuff.
It's porn with soft things.
No.
in it.
Honda has made an announcement. Finally, what we have all been waiting for. They're
A warm,
bringing,
fuzzy, wide seat.
They're
Oh, yes.
bringing to the United States. See, he knows the
Mhm.
Dax.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
If you're not familiar with the Dax is really is Honda's own knockoff of the Trail 70 using the 125 engine that's used in their monkey bike and the Cub and the Grom. It's been a really successful platform, that 125. So now they're bringing the Dax, which looks like the old Trail 70,
Yep.
Mhm.
which is funny because my Amigo,
CT70 to be specific.
my Amigo is a knockoff of the Dax, which is Honda's knockoff of the Trail 70. It's like many layers of knockoff. But yeah, so it is coming. People are putting in orders now for their dealers, and it's actually costs more than the Grom. I think it's like around $4,000 maybe.
Because it's got that classic, authentic look. Because it does. It's the
Mhm.
Well,
it's
you can get it with
everything
the
you loved about the Trail
ABS,
90. You know, as a little kid.
Yeah, it does like 55 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But it's got 1970s styling, much like the monkey bike is. But it's 4,200 in list price. I love seeing them come out with these small bikes. So, Emma, what do you think? Do you care?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, anything that gets more asses on seats is okay with me, and I think this is going to appeal to a lot. It's going to be a lot broader appeal than we know how popular the monkey was. And we know how popular the Grom was. We know how popular the Trail was. So this is just adding to it. I think it's great.
I'll tell you why I care.
Why do you care, darling?
Because UK had it and we didn't.
Well,
not
everyone had the Dax and we didn't.
Yeah. Well, the Dax is what the Trail 70 was called, or the later iteration of it.
Well, yeah, it was it was a slightly different bike because the Dax was its own thing. And in the UK, in the early 70s, you could buy a Dax, which had low fenders and quite heavily valenced fenders.
And they got ugly. They got ugly too. But it was the next generation evolution.
No.
Oh,
What
yeah,
I'm
they got
actually
ugly.
no. Hang on, Liza. What I'm telling you is, you could buy the Dax
Yeah.
and the Trail 70. They were two very different models at the same time. The Dax is its own thing. The Dax has always had low fenders, whereas the Trail 70 has always had high fenders.
So was the Dax the more street-going version?
Yes. The
I
Dax
see,
is a
okay.
street bike.
Okay.
So if the Trail 70 is a trail bike, the Dax
Right.
is the street 70.
Okay.
That's its place. And it always was. And the reason why they didn't sell it in America is they didn't. If you look at small capacity Hondas in America, they've almost always been dirty oriented. That's why the CTs were here and the Passports never really were, because the street bikes, you know.
Did you get the STs? Because
Yes.
we had the ST.
Yeah, that was very rare in England, though.
It's still on my list.
The
to own one day.
the ST90 is an amazing looking little thing.
And so the Dax, the new Dax,
Yes.
has the same oval air filter
Yes.
as the ST.
Yes.
To me, I think it's more of an ST. But that said,
What's the
It's
price
coming.
point?
4,200.
Cheapo.
Yeah.
But it,
Cheapo.
does, it doesn't have the
Great.
ST wheels, though.
Yeah, it's interesting, but it's really cool to see how many bikes they've had on that same 125cc platform.
Which is great.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to have more starter bikes in the market.
Right. And in other news, Bagel, you'll find this interesting again.
Your cat is so excited by that saddle.
I know. What is going on there?
It's
Emma
smelling it.
discovered a feature on the Niken that none of us knew existed. In fact, I didn't know it existed on any bike at all.
Really?
Well, and Kat, you're used to pretty high-tech bikes, and you were surprised by it as well.
Well, what impresses me about it is it's something simple that every motorcyclist would go, "Oh, yeah, that's handy." And it wasn't ridiculously high tech in order to put it into effect. It's just somebody back at the R&D said, "Hey, wouldn't it be nice if? Oh, okay, let's do that." And they did it, as opposed to some bizarre R&D idea that
Triumph's had it for a while, though.
Everyone is saying, "What is it?" And I shall tell you. And I discovered it by accident, funnily enough, at Mission Street and Bay.
Hey, there you go.
Because we were out in a group, and John and Jake 2.0 jumped the light and abandoned me and our visitor Luke.
Shout out to Luke, who visited us today.
So I was sitting at a red light and I was bored, as one is, because it's quite a long red light. And what I discovered with the Niken, and this is not a hill assist because it was on the flat level ground, when you let the clutch out, it raises the revs in first gear.
So hand off of the throttle.
Which basically, and what does that mean? I shall tell you what it means. You can't stall it.
yeah, it means you're no longer embarrassed at the light.
You cannot stall it and the thing that makes it clever is it's not a fixed linear thing. If you're aggressive with the clutch, it revs up more. If you just feather the clutch, it kind of keeps it at sort of like 1600. But
or if you're stopped on a hill,
yes,
it'll rev up more.
And John,
Yes.
you say your Triumph has this?
It does, yeah.
The hill assist.
But,
Hill assist.
hill assist,
Yeah.
but that's on the grade.
Correct.
But it doesn't do it on the flat. This does it on the
I
flat.
never paid attention enough to see if it
It
does on the
might
flat.
do it on the flat.
It might. I'm going to check it out now.
I didn't know this existed.
Neither did I. I found it by accident.
That's kind of cool.
I even searched and I couldn't find anything listing it. I looked on the Tracer GT. I assumed that would be a feature. I didn't find anything called hill assist.
I'm going to give
Let me see.
everyone a Motorcycles and Misfits top tip.
Ooh.
Right now. If you sell a brand new motorcycle in the UK without giving someone the owner's handbook, it is illegal to do so, because the owner's handbook is considered such an important piece of literature. So, my Motorcycles and Misfits top tip is, when you buy your bike, sit down with the owner's manual and read it. And you'd be surprised how many people don't. Back when I worked for the big dealership, we'd bring people back and say, "Oh, my bike does this and I don't like it." I said, "Well, it's meant to do that." "Well, where does it say that?" I said, "In your owner's handbook. Have you read it yet?" "Oh, no." Go back and read your owner's handbook.
So this says that the Tracer 9 GT does not have a hill assist feature.
Okay.
And I can't find anything listing the Niken as having a hill assist.
Well, it's very difficult. Did you get a handbook with it? Did you get an owner's
you mean
handbook?
that little tiny one that you throw away?
Yes.
Yes.
I suggest you read it.
She threw it away.
If it's a feature, if it is a feature of the bike, it will be in that handbook. That little handbook that we all throw away is a mine of information. Mm-hmm. And it can be something as simple like, this stupid light came up on the dashboard. What does it mean? What does that light mean?
Well, that's what the troubleshooting part of the book is for.
Right, exactly.
And sometimes they have just different books, separate books just for that.
Right. But generally the handbook will give you the picture of the dashboard and show you all the lights and what they mean. But if that bike has got a start assist feature, it will tell you about it in the owner's handbook. So if you still have it, Liza, read it.
Well,
I thought hill assist was learning how your clutch works.
This isn't really hill assist.
No,
something
this isn't
different.
hill assist.
This is just...
That prevents your car from rolling backwards on a hill. This isn't that.
This is something different. This is, you're not going to stall this bike. And I was trying to think why they put it in the Niken.
Yeah, I don't know what
And
it's
I
called.
think it's because perhaps the
Do you
Niken
really want me to tell
has
you?
a little more weight. And they're just trying to make it a little bit... It might be something that makes it easier on the engine. It might be basically for the bike and not you.
I don't know what this feature is called. I'm just going to say. No idea.
Makes
I
sense.
guarantee you it will be described in the owner's handbook. I guarantee you.
I have to see if I have that.
Because everyone throws it away.
Yeah. Because it doesn't tell you how to fix anything.
But seriously, but it tells you how to ride the bike, and it tells you all about
information
features
about
like that, and the features. And this is how important it's considered. I mean, I don't know whether they changed the law now, but you could get, if you supplied a brand new bike in the UK and you did not give the owner's handbook, you're in big trouble with a manufacturer. Big trouble. They would yell at you a lot and, probably stick a custard pie in your face if they came to visit in person. Yeah, it's considered an important piece of literature.
Well, I know it's early, but I've got a game.
Oh, have you?
There's
really?
2 games tonight.
All right.
This is a short game.
Okay.
Everyone gets to play. No one knows what it is.
Is
I have
it
not
everyone versus Emma again?
No, everyone gets to
Thank
play.
God.
That's coming.
No, this is it's an interesting stat that actually guys at Cleveland Moto shared.
Is it about fetishes?
Could be,
Oh,
Camel
okay.
saddles.
but it's really simple. And here's how we're gonna play the game.
Okay.
I have in front of me a list. You could call it a top 10 list. In fact, just want to
Not
remind
from
you,
Cleveland
the
Motor.
Cleveland Moto
Did a top 10
guys did a
list?
top 10 list. Yes, but
Wow.
they did not create the list. They just shared this list. And this list is of the countries with the most motorcycles in the world. Top 10 countries with the most motorcycles in the world. So it's easy. We're going to go around the room. I'm going to start with John. We'll go around the room and with Bagel. And you get to name a country
is
and
this-
see if it's on the top 10 list. If you get it, you get a point.
Is it
if you
per,
don't, we
per
go to the
capita
next.
or just aggregate?
Don't know.
Just most motorcycles.
That's going to be hard. I mean, China.
Most motorcycles.
Yeah,
There you go.
Hold on. So your guess is China?
China.
Number 3.
Hmm.
All right. So Emma, you want to take a guess?
India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just took mine.
Number 1.
How?
Yeah.
I knew that.
That was, well, yeah, most, where else?
Hold on. And I didn't say. So China, 85 million motorcycles.
Wow.
You want to take a guess how many are in India?
130.
221 million.
Wow. That is incredible.
221.
C'est
Okay.
Incroyable.
All right. Mouse, take a guess. There's 8 countries left on the list.
Oh, I mean, there's lots of countries, but I'm going to go with Italy just because I see everyone writing, including
So I
their
just want to be
grandmother.
clear. You're going with one of the tiny
countries.
You've already
Yes.
you've already taken
I
the
know
2
it's not-
big countries off.
I
the-
know it's. You guys have taken.
No, it is not on the list. All right, Kat.
Well, you have to go for a country that's large large in population, and you've already taken the first 2. So after that, I have to go the third, which is the United States, which is a bad one to do because we.
You're right. It was a bad one. It is not on the
It
list.
isn't on the list. Okay, yeah, because we per capita we don't have that
All
many
right,
I got it.
bikes.
Bagel.
I'm going to go with Brazil.
Hey, okay, that's not bad.
Number 10,
Good job, Bagel.
12.9.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
John.
I'm going to say Vietnam.
58 million brings it in at number 4.
All right.
Yeah. How's Japan?
All right, so Emma, your turn.
Thailand.
Thailand, 21.5 million. Number 5.
There you go.
Oh,
Oh, very good, Emma. All right, so John and Emma have 2 points.
Right on.
Deux
Mouse,
points.
Mouse.
Deux points.
We've got 5 countries left.
Dos puntos.
Now, just to help you guys
Mouse.
because you're
mille points.
thinking of countries that you see a lot of
Right.
riders. Think more about countries that have a lot of small bikes because that's all they can afford.
Yeah.
Because in countries like Italy and here, it still is for pleasure, not for
Yeah.
necessity. So think about that. So you have a guess for us?
I was thinking.
Just throw out a country. Throw out a country.
Pick a country. Any country.
Laos.
What?
Laos. I know it's tiny.
You're close, but not on the list.
Mhm.
All
Well,
right.
I was gonna say Japan.
Not on the list.
Wow. Okay.
All right, John.
No, bagel.
Oh, sorry, Bagel.
I was going to say Taiwan.
Number 9 with 14
Wow.
million.
Wow.
Cool.
All right, John.
I'm going to go with
you guys are tied
our
3-way.
favorite country, Pakistan.
Oh, I was going to say that.
17.4 million, number 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Moin Khan would be so happy.
Well, and when we visited the Atlas Honda factory, they are making like 1.2 million bikes a year.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, yeah, that makes sense. All right. Emma.
Oh, gosh. So
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 3 left.
it's got to be somewhere in Asia. You've just got to pick the right country in Asia. We've done Vietnam, we've done Thailand, we've done Taiwan.
Have we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we've done
Taiwan?
You have done Vietnam, Thailand, and Taiwan. Yes.
Yes. Bum bum bum. Oh, big country. Big country with. Oh, I'm somewhere in Africa.
5, 4, 3.
Let's just do South Africa.
Good guess. Not on the list.
There you go.
All right, Mouse, back to you.
Indonesia.
Number 2.
There you go.
Hey.
Wow, well done.
On the board.
I was going to guess that
Can't
one.
imagine where you came up with that one.
112 million.
Turn
Amazing.
16.
Yeah, turn 16.
All right, Kat. 2 left.
Yeah, I was going to say Indonesia, so I'm out of that one. So Malaysia.
Malaysia. We
No, we haven't done Malaysia.
Oh, number 7.
All right.
How many
there's
more left? One left?
One left.
14 million, Malaysia. Yes, 1 left. And I'm going to give it's Bagel. I'm going to give you a clue just to help narrow this down.
Mhm.
It's not in Asia.
Okay.
All Asia's done.
Okay.
Okay, this is
What
suspenseful.
about Mexico?
Ooh, very good guess. Not in the top 10.
That's what I would
And-
have guessed.
And I'm going to take South America off of
Okay.
that. I know that's North America, but I'm taking South America and North America off of the list.
All right.
All right,
I'm
John.
going to say Nigeria.
No, I'm taking Africa off of the list.
Just Europe
Emma.
left?
So Asia's completely off the list. Africa.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait. No, Africa's back on the list. I had to think where this place is. Africa's back on the list. Africa and Europe, and is the South Pole still a continent, or did they make?
Oh, dear me. South Pole.
South. I don't think
Dear.
they're going to
All
have
right,
the most
Africa
motorcycles.
and Europe are still on.
Antarctica.
All right.
Gosh, I'm trying to think. So what we're dealing with is high population, big country.
I'm gonna take Europe off. It's I'm pretty sure it's Africa. Yeah, Africa.
You're
It's in
pretty sure?
Pretty sure.
it's in Africa.
Yeah.
Well, we're just going to start listing them. Let's go North Morocco.
No.
No, okay.
All right, cat. I mean, a mouse.
Zimbabwe. I don't know.
Nope. Zimbabwe. Nope.
Egypt.
Nope.
All right.
Bagel.
Ooh. Cameroon?
Nope. All right. I'm going to give you one more clue. This country was mentioned in this room tonight. John.
Jeez, I don't know what we mentioned tonight. It's we already said South Africa, so I'm going to say Kenya.
Nope.
Botswana.
Nope.
You said South America was off.
I did.
Okay.
We're Africa. We're in Africa.
Oh.
And I said the country was mentioned in this room tonight.
What did we talk about tonight?
So that's what. Well, we talked about the climb thing, and that was in South America. So
Before we started recording.
Oh.
We were talking a lot about your camel.
Yeah. Keep going with that. Keep going with that. You're on the track.
Saudi Arabia?
Bagel jumped it, but yes. There
All
you
right.
go.
Good job.
Sorry.
For the steal. Yes, number 8, 14 million, Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. And
That is Africa, right?
I would not have thought of that.
Well,
Wait.
I know.
more than
No, it's not Africa.
It's
Saudi Arabia's not Africa.
What?
It's not
What?
Africa.
What continent is it? It's Africa.
the Middle,
It's Middle East.
What
Yeah.
continent is that?
It's the Middle. It's its own thing.
No, it's not.
It's part of
Asia.
it's technically
No.
part of Asia.
It's not.
However-
part of Africa.
Yeah.
It's not Africa.
Okay. Either way,
It's Africa.
I would
That-
never have guessed that in a million years.
Isn't
It's
that
too hot
interesting?
to ride there.
Well, and it's
because either you're super wealthy in Saudi Arabia, at which point you would never have a scooter.
Okay, yeah, it's not. It's just that's why I said, is it in Africa? It's it is Middle East, but it's not Asia. It's not. I don't know.
It's considered Asia according to Wikipedia.
Okay, my bad.
well, that's
But it wasn't the Asian countries you think.
well,
of.
never mind.
However, there you go. Top 10 list. Thanks, guys, over at Cleveland Moto.
Yeah, there's some good surprises on there.
So, I know, right? Wasn't that interesting? So, let's see. The Niken is amazing. We got Climb, Dax, and one other news that is worthy of a debate.
All right.
John, there's some news in the racing series that is getting people a little worked up.
Yeah. So
Some controversy, as Emma would say.
first of all, congrats to Jared Mees for winning once again the American Flat Track Series. But I don't know if y'all have seen this, but Indian is now out of American Flat Track, which is significant because Indian has been dominating since they walked into the Flat Track Series.
Yeah, dominating.
So, and what AFT really wanted was they wanted a Harley Indian showdown like back in the day. So that was sort of why they were really promoting that. But they just made a decision. So a couple things
But
happened.
hold on, but they did not make this choice.
Who is
The choice
they?
was made for
Hold on, I'm getting there. So,
Indian.
well, okay, I'll get right to Indian. So what happened with Indian is AFT decided that it had to be a production-based motor, and the flat track bike for that Indians are using is not a production; it's a race-specific motor. So they basically told Indian they can't compete.
So it's FT 750, right?
It's the FT 750, correct?
The FT 750, which is really like, isn't that what Evel Knievel rode at some point?
What did he?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, the FT 750.
So they're out. They're gone. So just up to this point now, we've got Harley has stopped sponsoring racing teams. I mean, they'll do some privateers, but they don't have a factory team anymore. Now, Indian is out. So what we have left is Kawasaki, Royal Enfield, and Yamaha.
And I want to
And
say
KTM.
this isn't like a bike has been around a long time. Like I said, since Evel Knievel days. And they have the FT. What size is that bike? Is that a 1200? Or
Yes.
The 1200 is a street
FT
bike.
1200
Yeah.
street bike that you
Right.
can buy that is a flat track inspired
Yep.
street bike.
Or the race-specific
think-
one that you can buy for $50K.
I think there's one behind me somewhere. Anyway, but the FT 750 they've been producing not for public
street.
sale, but just for the racing series. So the American Flat Track Society has said, well, this is for a production bike, so the bike is no longer welcome after it has been dominating for decades.
No, about 1 decade.
Yeah, dominating. So a
It's a
lot of
big
people
deal.
are up in arms.
No
about
American
this.
bikes now in AFT at all. It's all Japanese and European bike.
How hard can
That's
it
a
be to
big
put
thing.
together a bike in the Indian lineup
Well, I mean,
that
that's a-
uses that engine?
It's a great question. Harley tried the same thing. What they tried was when they sunsetted the XR 750, they went to the XG 750, which was based on the Street 750 model that they put out a few years ago, but it sucked royally. So after losing for like 5 years, they pulled the plug on that completely and then pulled out of sponsoring or factory sponsorship.
That little Scout of theirs, it seems like a great little bike.
It's
Could
not a
benefit-
750. It's a
So-
it could throw a 750 in it.
Here's my question.
it's got to be based on a production model.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's my question. This is a new rule.
It's a new rule. Yeah, this
So
year.
this is a new rule. So they knew when they made this rule that it would be forbidding the dominating FT 750 from competing.
Right.
So what was the reason? What was the point of this rule? And why would you want to get rid of one of your best competitors in the series?
Well, and just to remember,
Why? If you're the race promoter, not
Right.
right. Why, as a race promoter, why would they create a rule to get rid of the dominating motorcycle?
Well, do you want the corrupt answer or?
But this is the
well, I think you also got to remember they're owned now by NASCAR, which has similar rules.
Okay.
American Flat Track is.
Yeah, they
Okay.
got bought out by NASCAR.
So what do you think?
Well,
It's kind of.
it sounds to me like somebody were dominating, and everyone's whining and complaining. Now they want to make sure that they can win, and Indians taken out. So it sounds like seedy, unscrupulous deal, which frankly I would think Indian would be able to, if they had any seriousness, to get out of by simply taking a Scout and thank you, and just putting a 750 engine in it, which would seem to be a perfectly acceptable, good sized machine.
I bet
But
you.
they don't sell.
They don't sell.
They
don't
could.
sell. Well, so now they have to add a whole nother bike to their lineup
Exactly.
Like I say,
to be
take
able
the
to
Scout
stay
and
in
put
the race
750 in it.
series.
I mean, for example, like with the Kawasaki's and the Yamahas, they use the MT-09 motor and the Kawasaki, the 650 Ninja motor.
Those seem to sell.
But they're able to punch them out as opposed to what you're asking Indian to do is to lower it from a 1200 to a 750, which is a whole different ballgame. They're taking the regular barrels and cylinders from a 650 Kawasaki and just punching it out to a 750.
Okay.
So you're using still the same cases, you're using the same motor frame.
You know what's funny? You know what Indian does sell? They sell that little kid's
Hey, dude,
bike.
you could probably race
That's
that.
a little electric kid's bike that you can buy. That is a copy of the FT 750 flat tracker.
They don't have a class for that in AFT though.
I know, but I'm just saying it's so funny. So here's a question. Yeah, why don't they?
I bet you Harley complained. I bet you Harley said,
Emma, do you think that bike would sell as an FT 750 street bike?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder why.
they're probably looking at the XG that Harley did, and it didn't sell at all. So.
Well, you see, the thing is, if we take the XG 750, this is famously the bike that was made in India for other markets, and it was designed as an entry-level bike. So you're taking basically a 50, 60 horsepower beginner bike and trying to make it into a race bike. They're doing it the wrong way round. What I think Indian should do is take that race bike they have and tame it for the street.
Yeah, and then rerun it.
And work it backwards. Take the race bike and tame it down. Put softer cams in it, softer pistons, beef up the transmission a bit. So, there you go.
What would their reason not to be to do that? Just cost?
Oh, I don't know. There might be some bad
or
blood
fighting against it.
Yeah,
Maybe they're not wanting to get in that market. Maybe they want to stay in the big touring bike market.
Yeah, well, take a look at the demographics and see how well that's going to work.
Yeah,
out.
but take a look at the Harley 500 and 750 that came out that bombed.
Yeah, that was Harley. That's a Harley brand. That's a Harley problem.
That was a very different bike. Those were fundamentally flawed bikes.
Yeah, they were.
And I know I'm going to upset people who own them right now. And I mean, they're not terrible bikes, and I want to make that clear. But it was kind of like a bike looking for a home. It certainly didn't scream Harley Davidson. And it was almost like a ship ashore.
Yeah.
It wasn't sure what it was. And I think it needed some really stronger branding to do better.
I think they were using the 500 for the classes, right? The rider classes?
No, they've got their own thing for the rider
there's
classes.
a 400, I think.
Yeah, they've got a 350. And
Yeah. But it's very weird from both ends.
Yeah.
From the Flat Track Society, the racing promoter that wants to eliminate one of its top bikes. You'd think you want that competition, right? Mm-hmm. And then from the Indian side of, well, why haven't they? They put all that money in a racing. Isn't the point of having a bike in racing to have it trickle down to sales?
I wonder how the FTR is sold.
I tell you what, I think we're getting half the story. That's what I think.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
We're getting half the story. There's more to this than meets the eye, and I think some more's going to come out.
How many FTRs have we seen in the wild? I've only seen like one or two.
I mean, they're out there, though. You go to any big bike meet, and they're there.
Regardless of what the ugly situation is behind the scenes as to why this happened, I'm hoping that the positive thing comes out in that Indian doesn't go the same way as Harley and starts realizing that there are people who are in their 20s who might like to buy a motorcycle.
It's true.
Right.
It's true.
That'd be nice. And I think, to be honest with you, in a lot of ways, Indian have an advantage over Harley Davidson right now. When we go to somewhere like The One Show, when we go to, somewhere like Vintage Days, Indian always has a presence there. There always seems to be younger people hanging around them. So there's an appeal that is already there. So all they need to do is build on that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting next year. So I also wonder if they're wanting to bring the cost of competition down.
Could be.
Because to buy a MT-07 is a lot different than buying it's $50,000 race specific bike.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, that's something that we're keeping an eye on because it doesn't make sense. It's weird.
Yeah, well,
I'd say.
freaking NASCAR.
But I mean, Kat,
There's certainly a lot more politics going on behind the scenes on that.
there may be. I mean, Kat, you're somebody who follows racing. Has anything like this happened in any of the other circuits you know?
Well,
Other than like you can't have wings or something like that. I mean, that's
MotoGP is a whole different ballgame.
that's a whole different thing.
but we are wondering what is going on right now with particularly Honda,
Yeah.
which is an R&D powerhouse, which has such incredible technical ability, which has obviously put money into a MotoGP program, and yet for some reason doesn't
Not
seem to be
competitive.
dedicating the R&D resources that they need to make their bikes competitive, and it's making them look horrible.
How are they doing in World Superbike?
Again,
Same
it's
thing.
not as bad, but still they're no longer putting out competitive machines.
Right.
And these are Honda's never been about marketing. They've always been about R&D, and they don't always understand the concept of a flagship bike. You have one flagship bike, but because you have that flagship bike, you sell 20 of the midsize bike and 50 of the starter bike. Just so long as you have that reputation of creating that one specific bike that's just so great, you're hoping to get a little bit of that when you buy the base model that's cheap.
Yeah.
The
I don't know.
iconic.
Yeah.
I have one other bit of news, and I don't know if I'm supposed to be sharing this or not, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Spoiler alert.
Well, because I think it helps segue into the next segment. But in news, and you didn't hear me say this. I announced it out at the garage today. I got a excited call from our good friend Moin Khan.
Hey, Moin.
Oh, you saw he was on Adventure Rider Radio recently.
Oh, good.
Yes, cool story.
And deservedly so, I should say.
But he had big news about his tour, his tours that he does, that John and I have gone on. He's got making a huge investment in buying 10 of the CF Moto 450 Ibexes. Now, you may recall when I was talking about this summer, and I made a declaration about the Ibex 450. Do you remember this, Emma? What my declaration was?
Oh, yes.
That this will be the first Chinese bike to have equal billing basically with the Japanese bike. This will be the bike that establishes respect for a Chinese made bike. This is the one that will punch through and like a debutante being announced at the ball.
I remember this like it was yesterday. It wasn't a declaration of independence. It was a declaration made while you were wearing Depends.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I remember it like it was yesterday.
But we've been waiting. We've been seeing the quality get better and better, and we've been waiting for that bike that's going to come through, that's going to have the performance, the price, everything. And I said it's going to be the Ibex 450. And so he believes that too. And in fact, we sat on one in Pakistan. Yeah.
Yep.
And so
heavy.
he's getting no, you're talking about the Ibex wasn't heavy.
Yeah, it was.
No. We sat on the other one, the
bigger one.
Benelli. That one was heavy.
That was stupid heavy.
Yeah, that was stupid heavy. But he's adding them to his tours. So that's I'm excited. I want to go back for that.
I'm going to share a little secret with you, which you probably don't know.
Oh.
Listen.
So, as you know, and it's very apt because Cat and Mouse are with us today, but we do the Dolomite tours every year. And my favorite ride of choice for the Dolomites, because I love its agility and its power and all the thing, is the F900R, which is the 900cc twin cylinder bike and all the things, and it's a wonderful little bike. But it's got Chinese crankcases.
Ooh.
The crankcase, the actual case, the crankcase halves are made in China.
Interesting.
And that show, the reason I bring that up,
Well, but how much of a Harley has Chinese parts on it?
but nevertheless,
I mean, right?
this is a prestige manufacturer, and while the F900R is certainly not the flagship bike, it's a highly regarded sporting bike.
Yeah.
And it comes in many forms. It comes in the R, which I like, and the XR, which is a bit more touring, and then the GS, which has got all the GS bits. So it's an important bike in BMW range. And Bavarian Motorwerk is known for precision and engineering and
It's not what it's
reliability.
called.
You know?
Bavarian Motorwork.
Yeah. Tralla. But nevertheless, Chinese case halves.
Yeah, but a
How
brand
about
is
that?
not a country. A brand is a promise.
Yes.
A brand from BMW is that it doesn't matter where the part comes from. It's
Yeah.
made to BMW standards.
Right.
Well, I was going to ask you, Kat, as somebody who has tours,
Yeah.
when there's a new bike available for you to add to the roster, does that help sell spots? To
Yes.
It
Right?
depends.
Yeah.
It
Like
depends
when
on
the-
how
when
new
the
the bike is.
GS 1300 came out?
GS.
right?
Yeah.
Everyone started talking about it and people started asking about it. And the touring companies, the rental companies were already on board with this. And we already knew of some companies who were just putting down 30, 50 bikes.
Yeah. There was a huge buy. The only problem was the luggage.
Because really, if you want to talk about doing a proper test ride, this is it.
Oh, yeah.
Go on a tour.
Oh, we sell so many bikes on tours because you don't
Yeah.
really know a bike until you've ridden it for a week in really great conditions.
Yeah. So, Kat, what are bikes that you've ridden on some of your tours that you've like fallen in love with? If you had a bigger garage, you'd probably have them.
It hasn't really so much been that way. It's just I get to see, like, we kept running the Italy tours, and each year I would get to see where Ducati was taking the Multistrada. Each year I would say, okay, they're refining this, they're changing this, and each year they were trying to make the bike a little bit smoother, a little bit easier to ride. But the question was, does that make it more fun?
And that's right. You're a Multistrada guy, and I'm just going to say, I think the Multistrada is a bike that does not get the respect it deserves. And you find older ones really cheap. I mean, bang for the buck.
Oh, yeah.
You can, I mean, I've seen like $3-4 grand for a Multistrada with not that many miles on it. And I think because people don't know what they are, they don't know what to do with them. They're not the best in its field. It's not really an adventure bike. I mean, what really is
Oh, the
it?
Multistrada is probably one of the best bikes made.
But what really is it? What category?
I tell you what it is. It's incredibly expensive to maintain, and that's what puts people off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the one thing. But
It's a BMW XR, right? It's closest.
No, it's smooth. It's smoother than the XR. The suspension's better than
But
the XR.
But
it doesn't.
the XR was made to try to be a competitor to it.
You're right, but
Yeah.
the XR is a no good off road, whereas the Multistrada you can actually take it off road, particularly the newer ones.
But yeah, so going on a tour, this is the type of thing you can try bikes out that you wouldn't have tried, and hopefully fall in love with them. Kat, do you have any updates on
Yes,
your
we
tours?
do. Yes, we do. And largely it's because of the success with our friends here at Motorcycles and Misfits. We thought we'd create this tour that would show people how to travel, and we called it the Travel Training Tour, and it has been a big success. And sort of snuck in along the way was people wanted some rider training along with it. So we started offering it this year, sort of unofficially, and people absolutely loved it. And there's nothing more fun for me than, because I'm now YCRS 3C certified, to working with a client, and I'm working with them on the Chatterbox unit. You know, okay, lean more on your inside foot peg, and as you watch a client fully, everything starts to click, and they get to the top of the pass, and to see their face, I mean, it's just a blast. I'm now understanding why coaches do coaching is to be part of that journey where someone loses the fear and realizes that they can do this and this is fun. And not only are they faster, but they're riding safer as well.
By the way, I just checked. Kat, what value would you put a 2015 Multistrada in good running condition?
Probably about 12,000.
28,000 miles on it.
12,000.
Well, you can go get one on your way home for $6 grand in San Jose.
That's a very good price. That's a very
That
good
is a
price
really
for
good
that
price.
bike.
That's what I'm saying. They lose.
I'm going to stop you there, Liza.
Oh,
Because,
Yeah, what's due on it?
yeah,
Right.
if it needs belts and Desmo service, there's a couple of grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all servicing done. Desmo 2.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's a good price.
So anyway,
Yeah.
for 2025, we are integrating rider training with Yamaha Champion School rider coaches. That also includes me. And we will work with folks on tour. So be sure to, if you come on the tour, be sure to grab your time with us, because we can actually coach you while you're on the road, because we have our Chatterbox units.
So your training tours used to be about
Travel
Right.
training.
travel training.
And they still are.
And
but now you're adding
Rider
rider
training.
training.
But I want to make it clear that the training is one-on-one, the rider training is very, very high standard. But if you would choose, if you say, look, I don't want to do that, you can do that too.
Yeah.
You can come on the tour and just hang out with me and our little group.
Yep.
And we'll do what we always did. And then if you want the one-on-one stuff, you can say to Kat, hey,
Yeah.
listen, I want some of the one-on-one and improve my skill. Are you eating Nutter Butters?
Yes, I'm passing Nutter.
Did you bring enough for everyone?
Yes. You want one?
Yes, please.
Everybody needs a Nutter
Because they're
Butter in
better
their mouth.
Nutter Butters.
Anyway, I'll try not to crunch into the mic. So this is an addition to. But if you're like, oh, don't worry, just sign up for the course anyway, because you're going to have great fun.
Yeah.
And you will often find that people will say, oh, I really don't want the training. And then they see how well people are doing after it. Oh, I fancy a bit of that.
Yeah, because it can be one-on-one, because they can just change channels on the comm unit so nobody else hears them. It's
Exactly.
it, one-on-one.
In fact, aren't you leaving again soon?
We are.
Yes.
Shoot, when?
Well, me and Henry, who is Henry, exotic
Henri?
number 2.
2.
Yes. We're leaving on Thursday night. And we are flying with a good old Lufthansa into Munich, where we have an hour off. And then we get on the Munich to Rome. Arrivederci Roma. And we arrive in Rome at 9 o'clock on Friday evening.
Did you know that Henry is a professional hand holder?
Oh.
Are you saying he gets paid by the hour for this?
Emma knows what that means.
You know what the-
I know exactly.
Emma, do you
what
know
that
what the
means.
best thing to do in Rome when you're there?
Rome?
Yes.
What the Romans do?
What the Romans do.
Oh, well, one must. When in Rome, one must do what the Romans do. Anyway, so yeah,
we
we're doing the Tuscan Hill Hopper, which I'm very, very excited about. Small group. There's what, eight or 9 of us?
I think I made it specifically a maximum of 10.
Yeah.
So I think we've got close.
Smaller groups, some familiar faces, some new faces, and rider skill is across the board. Experience traveling abroad is across the board. So we're going to have a wonderful time.
And it is Italy, so you got more couples are going on this than we've seen so far, because
Romance.
this is Italy. This is food.
Yes,
Are they
it's
riding
food,
2 up
it's
or-
romance.
Yep.
It's,
Are any of them swingers? Was that
That's not
on the
normally
checklist?
on the checklist of questions we asked.
So, the important thing, and it was dropped just as you just dropped it without realizing its import, Mouse. The hotel has a heated swimming pool. So, I'm going to be taking my little swimming costume, and it's something to see.
Do you still use the floaties?
Yes, and my swimming costume has got little waves on it and anchors and a little frill around the middle. It's quite something to see. I look like a beached whale.
Can you
The
face-
last time I wore it on the beach, some hippies gathered around and tried to push me back into the ocean.
Any chance you could Facebook Live that or something?
Yes, no, I will. No, I have done an Ask Miss Emma live video from my bath.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I was there.
Oh, you were there. That's
was
right,
there.
with the bubbles.
Yes.
Yes, but anyway, so I shall be taking my
You were
swimming
wrinkly
costume.
when we were done.
Yeah, I was wrinkly when you started, mate.
So yeah, you're going to be gone the next 2 weeks.
I am indeed.
Okay, is that it? This is it though, right?
For me, yes. For
All right, you're going to have to start buying out her contract from me and paying for her if you take her anymore.
No, we've
So
got the
Emma, here's your pool.
Ooh.
Oh, that's posh.
yeah.
Ooh, nice.
I shall bring the tone down by
Emma, you have food in your mouth and I can hear it.
crunch crunch.
Well, this city is actually one of the places that Romans would go to take the baths. So it was for the healing waters. So this is a great place.
And so you guys are staying in one hotel and doing day rides?
Yes.
Yes. So
that
And
is
in,
a great way to
in
travel.
Tuscany, it is so easy to do.
very.
We were going to be doing a training and sending out homework to people of, build your own route. And we're like, this is a no-brainer. You could just look at a map and go like, oh, this is a fantastic road. This is a fantastic road. Spend a half day in this little town, come back.
And as always, we're going to be splitting up into groups based on what you want to do that particular day, riding ability or perceived riding ability. As always, I'll be doing the slow group, which I'm very, very happy with because we make all the coffee stops. And, if you see anywhere pretty, just stop, take pictures. And
You're also the one who gets pulled over.
yes.
Yeah, but that was only in the Dolomites for some.
Yes, that wasn't my fault.
That guy was pulling over everyone.
Yes, it was everyone's fault but mine.
Well, I'm jealous. This one sounds really, really fun.
It has the opportunity for people to go off on different routes each day. You get with your group, you choose your speed you kind of want to go at, you get with a group that's about the same day, and then you guys work together on which route you want to take the next day. In fact, or you can make your own. In fact, the one I haven't included and I'm encouraging people to try is how do you get from Giancano Terme to San Gimignano and back?
Oh, you take the
city
train,
of towers.
Yes, the City of Towers, which is popular as a tourist attraction, but also we know where the secret motorcycle parking is.
So Kat, you have added motorcycle training, and I hear Mouse, you're adding some training also. That you are teaching people how not to get arrested.
My training actually is going to be a lot more practical as far as travel, period. What to do, what not to do, when to do your flights. I was going to talk about quiet hours tonight, which is something no one thinks about.
Oh, no, I don't.
Okay.
So what is this? How not to get arrested? I probably should have taken this when I dropped my trowels in Pakistan and behind that film crew when Moyne was being interviewed.
Oh no.
I probably should have been arrested. I think it was BBC, but yes. So have people gotten close to being arrested, or is this more of an American thing?
I'm going to say we have gotten people very close to getting kicked out of some place.
Yep.
And we've also had some clients that were so rowdy that we lost a contract with a hotel.
So is this the kind of thing how you can always spot the Americans in another country because they are louder than everybody else?
No, this is a European thing. And Mouse, go ahead and tell us when quiet hours begin and end.
First of all, what are quiet hours?
What are quiet hours?
Okay, quiet hours are mandated laws that are enacted by a lot of international cities so that the residents within those cities can get some sleep because they have to work tomorrow. Oftentimes, these are weekdays, and I jotted these down. So this is times when you can't be playing loud music.
So is this, I'm guessing, like nothing after 10 p.m.?
No construction.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of these roam 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
That's
and 1:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. in the afternoon because
wait,
this
what?
is siesta. This is
Oh yeah, that's when I would get
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Barcelona, 8 o'clock at night to, or 10 o'clock at night till 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
They're late risers. Okay. This also includes you cannot be running washing machines. They also don't want you walking around in high heels for the clickety clack.
So what time do the bars close?
Wow.
Bars will close later. but
Bars?
you have to be quiet. when
Yes,
you leave.
Bars,
Yeah.
if they're in a commercial district, do not have to abide by those rules. But quiet hours will actually reroute airplane traffic
Wow.
over certain areas. So it's a really big thing. So I mean, in Munich, weekdays 10 o'clock at night till 7 in the morning, and all day Sunday.
Now, while we're on this subject, I'm just going to jump in. When we did the Castles and Curves tour, what I did the Dolomites, and then I biffed off to England for a couple of weeks because we had a couple of weeks before the Castles and Curves. And if you remember, my flight got cancelled when I was coming back. So what actually happened, and it dovetails into what you said, was the flight was late coming in to Gatwick, so it was late leaving Gatwick to get me back to Munich.
You were at Gatwick? That's where they film Taskmaster.
Right.
Oh,
But
I want to go there.
But nevertheless, what they worked out was the plane couldn't land at Munich because it would have been beyond
During
the quiet
hours. Yeah.
Wow.
San Jose has that too, don't they?
A lot of national cities do.
Yeah.
New York has it. San Francisco has
Right.
it.
So basically, that was it. I was stuck, and EasyJet said, "Oh, we'll fly you out next Tuesday." I was like, "Well, that won't do." So in the end, I flew out Air Vueling, and I went through Barcelona.
Yeah.
But so it affects things like flights. That's actually what happened to me.
But it as a lot of European countries do, things are closed on Sunday. So if you arrive on a Sunday and they say, "Oh, I forgot a motorcycle helmet. I'm going to jog down to the store and get one before we start riding Monday." That's not going to happen. You're going to be waiting till Monday, 10 o'clock in the morning for places to open.
Right, and we had to do that
Right.
for the first Castles and Curves
Right.
tour.
Yeah, because of another delayed flight, and his entire luggage still didn't make it back until he
Right.
got home.
So we had to go shopping, and we caught up. So you adapt. I
Right.
mean, it sounds draconian, but it's quite lovely, because if you like to sleep with the windows open, as I do, you can be in a big city, and yes, there's traffic noise, but there's no people yelling, and there's no clickety-clack.
There's
and
no
just-
construction.
there's no... It's just... It's
What do you
really
fall
quite
asleep to then?
If you need to fall asleep to noise, then you do what I do, and you bring a Bluetooth
Put on a
speaker.
podcast.
Yeah,
I always sleep great in New York City when you get those sirens and horns.
Of course
and
you do.
right. I remember traveling with you. You always needed noise.
Yeah.
New York City has quiet times too.
No, it does not. No, it does not.
But this actually, this quiet times can affect a lot of different things. Meaning, people don't think about this because they'll say, "Hey, I'm taking this big international flight, and then I'm going to take a hopper flight, and it'll be cheap if I take this $70 flight and I get in at 1 o'clock in the morning." Well, guess what? You get in at 1 o'clock in the morning. Taxis consider any time after 10 o'clock at night off hours. You will be paying 4 times more in fare.
Oh.
Wow.
Does public transportation shut down?
Yes.
Oh.
And also another thing is, by the time you get to your hotel, guess what? Front desk is not going to be open.
Yeah.
A lot of these places don't have 24-hour front desk. So these are things that you should think about when you travel, because it affects a lot of different things. So, I mean, that $70 you could have saved by taking this hopper flight and getting in at 1 in the morning, guess what? It's now going to cost you 200 euros just to take a taxi somewhere.
Yeah, and then you'll probably end up having to stay at the airport hotel because you can't check into your own hotel.
So
And
basically,
there's no food.
the amount of money you save
Mhm.
from doing a training tour,
Could cost you 3 times more.
yeah,
Yeah.
it pays for itself.
Yeah.
Right. So these are tips and tricks of travel training. This is things that I like to do. The things that people don't think about. It's all part of creating the whole picture.
Right. Well, I know it's early, but I'm going to ask how many tours are you taking Emma on next year?
I'm probably do all 4.
Really?
We got to vote on that, Emma. We haven't had a vote.
4?
Yeah.
I thought you have 3 now. You're doing 4 now?
Yeah, we're doing 4, aren't we?
We're
Oh,
going to
my
launch a new one next year.
Yeah.
Where's this one going?
Spain.
Oh.
Well, and we also have the Julian Alps as well.
Oh.
So probably what we'll do, and I'm hoping
Wait, is this
that
breaking news?
Well, this is
Yeah, pretty
breaking news
much.
because the Castles and Curves is being replaced by the Julian Alps.
And, the Castles and Curves was a wonderful trip, and I loved it dearly. But I think this one's going to be better. And what I'm hoping will work with the diary is we can do the 2 Julian Alps and the Dolomites back to back.
Yeah, that's the idea.
And then the other 2 back
And
to
then
back.
do Italy and
The
Pyrenees.
Pyrenees.
Yeah.
back to back.
Mm-hmm.
And
That would be
way,
nice. It all depends on how the calendar falls.
So we can do 2 weeks and 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest with you. Being away from my little business for a month, it was quite tricky.
It's
for
hard.
me. Yeah.
Well, no, it's hard.
Yes.
I mean, that's the whole reason why these travel training, which we're now calling Tripinars,
Right.
they were built for a week.
Yes, exactly.
Because
so,
a lot of people can't get away longer than that.
But not
It's-
my
it
intent.
takes a lot.
I work extremely well with Cat. I work extremely well with Mouse. These things are absolutely right up my alley. And I think, no, stop playing with that, Cat.
What? No, I'm actually trying to reactivate the nerves.
Oh, are you really? Okay. Because dear Cat's all smashed.
Don't be
up.
playing with body parts while you're on it.
Well, no, it's quite.
I'm just going to let the listeners
I think.
think of what they want.
But I think.
Put that away.
Wow. People
That's right,
enjoy.
baby.
People enjoy going on the trips because you're in a wonderful neck of the woods. You're riding fantastic bikes. Cat's a character, as is Mouse, as am I. And so you get to hang out with this cast of characters. You have a wonderful time.
It's like going to Disneyland.
It is like going to Disneyland.
Great. Now I'm
And-
going to have to put on a costume.
No, but the clients are characters as well.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
exactly. And no, even if your confidence level is a little less, I can accommodate you. Cat, we always descend into the same. Cat always has the fast riders, and I'll always take the slightly slower ones. We all have a wonderful time. So, no, I'm gonna sign up for all 4.
Do you have
It's
the
gonna be a lot of fun.
next year's trips? Are they on your website yet?
Yes, they are.
So
Right
people
now,
can
they're
sign up
tentative
now?
dates. People can sign up now. Once we get the actual dates, if people say, "Oh, geez, I can't do those dates," you get your money back if it's before December 31st.
So we will make sure that we actually have solid dates before December 31st.
Yes.
So you've got that option.
Yes.
Now,
Right.
make sure if you've got a deposit on any of our trips and it goes beyond December 31st, that's when no refund. So, that's clear.
There's no refund, but you can transfer that amount to another one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
layotascapes.com.
Mhm.
I have a link in the show notes
Thank
as
you.
well.
And I will make the same promise that I've been making for quite a few years now. I promise you will have the time of your fucking life. I promise.
We
that.
have so much fun.
Is this
Yeah.
Henry's second or third?
Oh, God. How many's Henry signed up for?
His second.
Yeah.
No, I think it's his third, isn't it? No,
Yeah.
second?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was going to go on Dolomites.
Right.
Oh, right.
But we have Dan Cronin is coming again. Dear
Yes.
Dan is coming
Yeah,
again.
going to take some pictures for
Yeah.
us.
Timo is coming again.
Jimmy is coming.
Yeah. And so, these are all people that have been on previous trips and had such a wonderful time. I hear it time and time again. On the last day when we're doing the exit interviews, people always say, "Oh, I can't wait until 2025, 2026 when I'll sign up again." And, that's empty talk, but it ain't. 'Cause they
It's not
sign up.
empty talk anymore.
Yeah.
You can watch the video.
I'll tell you what I want to see. John, tell me if you think this is a good idea or a bad idea. I'd like to see Kat and Moyne do a trade where Kat goes on one of Moyne's trips and Moyne goes on one of Kat's trip.
Oh, no problem.
Oh boy,
Cool.
Very different.
Oh,
Different philosophies.
No, I would love it. I'd absolutely
Well,
love
it's
it.
different philosophy, but they are both extremely skilled riders, so I don't think that would be a problem.
Yeah, but
I
we're
like
talking,
that long drawn out. Yes.
We're talking about completely different worlds here.
It's more of an adventure.
Different personality.
No, it's a completely different world. I'm okay with that.
You can have as much or as little adventure as you want.
That's
on
not
some
necessarily
things.
an option on Moyne's tours. But
No,
that's
but I'm
fine.
Yeah.
That's part of the game.
But I'm saying on our Tripreneurs, you can just decide, hey, us and 2 other people, we're going to go make our own route today. You can have as much of an adventure as you
Right.
want.
It's just Moyne takes you on routes that only goats can go on sometimes. And there is the possibility of death.
Right.
Every day.
Yeah.
I've had that in the Sierras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paso Mengen and Paso Gavia, where you're looking over the edge at 5,000 feet down.
Right.
You will have plenty of time to contemplate your short existence before you hit.
We're looking over at like 15,000.
But I like to think that the difference on our tours, once I've got you, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure you're not going to come to any kind of grief.
You're good like that.
So if you're riding over 15,000 feet, I'm sorry to break in
No,
here.
not at all.
Are you having a base camp to deal with altitude sickness?
Yeah,
It's. I mean,
you go up and come down.
Up and down.
You go up and come down. So
But I mean, anytime you're going over 14, that's...
Yeah, we were at 16.
You start getting headaches.
15.3, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
we were getting. I was lightheaded and headaches for sure.
No, I had more issues in Peru, but hopefully. But Emma, I'm glad that you guys keep adding more and more tours. Is that successful?
absolutely. And the thing you get that I enjoy the most about our tours, when you're done with the day of riding motorcycles, you go back to the room, you get a shower, dress up nice, and you're going to go to a really nice restaurant, eat well, and then you go back to the hotel and sleep in a luxury bed. I love it.
Emma, what bike are you riding on this next?
I am riding a Moto Guzzi V1000 Mandello.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
However, there was some conjecture that it might not be set up for GPS, which, if that is the case, I'll probably be stuck on a fucking GS again.
Because I want feedback on the V85 TT. It's
well,
on my list.
that is my second choice. If they haven't set up...
I think Henry might have one of them.
yeah, I think...
Good. I want
Henry's
feedback.
got
We've got 3 people on them.
Okay,
I'll tell you-
we'll have a chance to swap them.
I've...
I'm gonna come clean with you. I pick my football teams and some motorcycles the same way
which is?
by the colors I like.
Oh, God, those...
And the V85 TT has some amazing colors, and that's why I like the Miami Dolphins, because I like those colors.
You're
too.
a Dolphins fan?
I like the colors.
See the things that come out.
Well, I'm a Dolphins fan.
I'm just saying.
What color are dolphins? They're sort of grey on top.
No,
and white
teal
it's
and
aqua-
orange.
Yeah, teal and
orange.
orange. So pretty.
I've never seen an orange dolphin. Oh, is this American football?
Yeah.
It's the inside. Yeah.
Sports
exactly.
teams.
Exactly.
Oh, I see.
Well, Layout Escapes.
Mhm.
Can you? Is it too late to get on the tour coming next week?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Next year, sign up for next year.
Yeah. No, we've already taken. I think we've gotten 3. They've only been out for a couple of days, and we've already taken three bookings.
Okay. Game time. Game 2 now.
Oh, right.
Oh, God.
Bagel. How many did you come up with? 2?
I have
One.
one. I could do 2 if you want.
Yeah, I need you.
5. So
You got to pick 2. Pick 2.
Oh, okay.
All
I'll
right.
do 2.
All right. So here's the thing. Emma, Cat, and Mouse are judges. Bagel, John,
Okay.
and I are competing.
all right.
Okay.
Good. We needed to include Bagel. I feel we've been leaving him out.
Okay, before the competition starts, it's time for the bribing. Bagel? Bagel, have you got $10?
I do in my wallet.
Okay, very good. Can you improve on that, Liza?
I have $7 in clean, crisp $1
Oh,
bills.
dear me. Johnny?
I've got $5, and I can give you just an amazing bear hug.
Ew.
From
And I think we'll predict that Johnny is the winner.
All right. So the name of this game is Upcoming Collectibles.
Up the butt.
Upcoming Collectibles. So this is something John's been throwing around that I kind of built off of his idea was what bikes are a good investment right now because they're only going to go up in value from now. We all know there are bikes that kind of hit their bottom, like Emma, like a CB750. It's become a
Right.
very collectible bike, but there was a time you can buy them for
$1,000. Yeah.
less than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, less than that.
Oh, yeah.
I've
yeah, because
bought them for $400
everywhere. Yeah.
running.
Yeah.
They just things seem to tank at about like a 25 years, right?
Yeah.
But then by the time it's like 40 years, it's going back up.
Yeah.
So what are the next collectibles? What are bikes that you should consider buying now while they're at
Okay.
their lowest
Okay.
and that are only going to go up?
Okay.
All right.
So I'll go first with my first one and we'll go around. And you guys are just we'll do each round. We'll do 2 rounds, right?
Yep.
And let's see who comes up with tomorrow's collectibles. Now, I will tell you that I have something that I find the least valuable but most functional bike you can buy right now, just the style,
Okay, do the sales pitch now.
is a 90s Cruiser. Do you agree?
Yes.
A 90s Cruiser has the least amount of value. Cheap as chips, right? But they're quite well made, quite functional. They're just, people aren't as excited about them.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily going to go up in value.
But
This is what you think is wrong.
But it may, and they don't all go up in value because somebody wants that bike. They may want part of the bike or the engine. An example, the Yamaha XS650. Everyone was turning them into bobbers and choppers and using those engines because they look like a Triumph engine.
You mean blobbers and floppers?
And so it wasn't that bike was that popular, but that was a donor bike or a starter bike for customs, and it became extremely hard to find a stock one.
There's a 3-wheeler called a Banshee that everybody wanted the 2-stroke engine out of.
Yes.
There's a
I have chosen.
Yes.
I have found an example that is for sale right now in Santa Cruz.
Okay.
For $2,000.
Yes.
A 1995 Honda Magna.
Mm-hmm.
Magma.
Now, let me tell you why I think the Magna.
I got you.
Oh, God.
I got you.
The V4 sport engine.
Yep.
It's a 750cc with 85 horsepower.
With gear-driven cam. Oh.
$2,000.
And
I
carburetors,
think that the Honda Magna is a bike that will go up in value because this is a performance cruiser. And even if somebody doesn't want it just for the cruiser, that is a great donor to build off of.
It's the engine.
Honda.
It's the engine.
Yeah, it's the Honda.
Honda Schmegma.
So $2,000 for a good running Honda Magna is what I present to you.
That's
How many miles?
This one has 20,000.
Okay.
It's not too bad.
It's purple and white, is it not?
It is purple and white with a little sport fairing. But yeah, this is a power cruiser.
Okay.
I think it's a cool bike. All right. Johnny, what do you got?
Now, I just want to say that she might have cheated a little bit on that
How did I cheat?
because I said 2000s and above, but okay.
No, we set the rules. There was no year, no value. It was whatever you were saying is an upcoming collectible.
If anything, she stepped up to a greater challenge.
And this is a 95.
Okay.
Okay.
I gotta
Okay.
say, there's a black and yellow looking one that's really.
Okay, so
Spit it out, Johnny.
I'm going for something newer.
Yes.
So the entry level price is going to be a little more,
Yes.
but going on the history, a similar history
Yes.
of this bike from years ago and how it's become one of the most sought after motorcycles around.
Yes.
I would submit to you that the Harley XR 1200 Sportster in yellow and or orange and black will eventually be a sought after machine.
So
This
what's
one's
the
at-
price on
This
it?
is at 59. I actually found another one for 5,000, but I can't find
All
it.
right.
XR 1200 Sportster. This
Yes.
is a 2009.
Yes.
I think
2009. It's not. That's still going to be going down in value.
it's still, but I'm talking about is what it's going to 20 years from now. People are going to want this bike.
Yes.
They're going to look back and
Okay.
go, yeah, I want that bike.
Bagel.
Oh, me?
Yes, you spit it out, man.
All right. Well, the bike that I have found, this might be a surprise to some. It is not a scooter.
Is this babbling from the sick bed?
I don't think so. But
Okay.
I'm going to say this is a 2000 Yamaha V-Star 1100 Classic.
Yeah.
Oh, such classique.
Yes, I think I saw one of these blubber by me today when I was mowing the lawn with a sidecar, as a matter of fact.
Good Lord.
And I looked on Craigslist and found this one for sale without a sidecar for $22.50. And it says it runs perfectly, extended foot controls. I have the windshield for it, has LED lights on the frame. Bought it that way, never used them, but they work, switch operated. I have the original exhaust if you want it to. Price is OBO. And this ad has been online for 27 days. So somebody could probably get this bike for under $2,000 if they wanted to.
Can I shit talk?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I think that is a good bike for somebody now. It's an affordable bike. I don't think that's going to go up in value. I don't think the V-Star 1100 is made an impression on anyone, is not significant in any way.
Okay.
But what you've found, Bagel, is a good bike at a good value right now for somebody getting into riding.
But it's a very comfortable bike.
Yeah.
But
Bagel.
is it tomorrow's classic?
But it's not an investment.
I don't think so.
Do you have anything bad to say about Liza or Johnny's choices?
Yeah, give them shit.
No. I mean, I think those are both very good choices.
Yes. Johnny?
But this,
He's too nice to shit talk.
no,
I already
think they
said
are
that.
honestly good
Liza went way
choices.
back.
I mean, I feel Liza Welched on your deal.
She kind of did a little bit.
Well,
So-
I
You know,
wasn't
because I
using any of
mean,
these
I
parameters,
think
so.
I think there's something going on in the
How's
background.
that?
yes.
No, Johnny
rules,
is
no
clear-
year, no value.
Yes.
Just
No,
something
I'm very
at
upset
the
about
bottom that is only going to go up from
No,
here.
we said
Johnny is
modern-
clearly unhappy.
I am unhappy. Yes, I'm very sad about.
Look! Look what you've done to him, Liza.
Tomorrow's
About to
classic
fucking walk
best
out of this room.
investment. That's the game.
Oh, shall I tell you who's won this round?
Yes.
And the winner is clear. The winner is clear. Cruiser, no. Cruiser, no. Flat track style, I think he's on to a winner.
Yep.
And I agree with him that the bottom hasn't quite dropped out of it.
Right.
Those bikes are going to trade at $4,000. But from that point forward,
I agree.
they're going to go up, up, up. And I'll tell you why. Out of all three bikes, two are butt ugly and one is drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah.
And looks always sell. Because even if you've got a marginal motorcycle, if you're turning around to look at it like, fuck me, that's a good looking bike, when you walk away from it, it's the right bike.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
And
the
those-
timeless look. Yeah.
And those Harleys are drop
I mean, it's
dead
like
gorgeous.
the XR1000. That's
Yeah.
what I was referring
Drop
to.
dead gorgeous.
And I mean, in the standard colors, wow.
Yeah.
So of these bikes, there's Liza makes a good point. It's a bike I'd like to have. I'd like to have that Magna because of the engine.
Yeah, the parts.
But I recognize that it's not. While it would be collectible for me, the investment is really the Sportster. The Sportster, it's that slightly more upscale brand, but it's a bike that just hasn't gotten.
There's nothing else like it other than the
there's-
FTR,
it's-
maybe.
It's going to go up in value.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. Whereas I personally think the Magna should be wanted by more people because of that engine and what it signified. Yeah, it was the first like power cruiser.
Yes.
I mean, it was an incredible engine and it put into a cruiser and it sounded so wonderful. It's just a wonderful bike. But in terms, if I'm looking to make some money,
Yeah.
it's the Sportster. I would use I'd make the profits from the Sportster and get myself a Magna.
Yeah.
That's
So-
a great deal on that bike.
So, Johnny, Liza did you dirty, but you came through in the
I did.
clutch.
You did.
I did no one dirty.
Next.
Now that we've
My vote would have been the same because purely for the vanity, the aesthetic look.
Right.
Oh, God, they're such good luck. Because, I mean, you know, our friend Clay from SFMC has got an XR 1200. Dang, that thing is good.
It's on my
looking.
list.
Oh,
I want one of
okay,
those.
well, now that we're going into round two,
Okay, well, let's see what we can do.
I'm
right now.
now that I know what you're looking for.
I
think
see.
have.
So she's
Just-
already changed.
No, this is the bike I chose. But I think I saved the best for last.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. Do
and
the
I think that
sales
this
pitch.
is a true investment, and this is a rock bottom price. Now,
How much have you got in your wallet right now, Liza?
She already told you $7 crisp bills.
Okay.
so here's the thing: what is the other category of bike besides 90s cruisers that are just kind of worthless right now? 80s and 90s sport bikes. A
Oh.
lot of people want to stay away from them because the technology is kind of old.
They've
But-
been written into the ground.
But some of these are going to be going up in value. And if you can get one in good condition,
Yes.
now's the time to get it. And in fact, what I have is from 1987.
Ooh.
And right now you can get this for $1,750.
Is it a sick jigsaw?
It is not a sick jixer. It is not currently running because it's been sitting, but it has original paperwork, original keys, everything. And this one is a Ducati 750 Passo, a red Ducati. Now, this is a good looking bike.
Oh, this has got the Weber carburetor on it. I know these bikes very well.
Because you've seen them far too often.
Yeah.
This
Alas.
is a classic Ducati. You can get for $1,750 a classic
Where is
Ducati.
it?
Carmel.
Okay.
In Carmel.
So it's been sitting in someone's garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a barn find in Missouri that they brought and they were going to race
It
at
still
Laguna
looks
Seca.
fast.
I think that is a good investment for $1,750. That's only going to go up in value.
Okay.
My
Next, Johnny.
Yep.
Alrighty. I went with something a little more exotic-ish.
ooh.
Oh, I like this.
So, I really think I think people are going to want this mainly because of the uniqueness.
Johnny,
Yes,
what color are your underpants?
they're
Oh,
Kawasaki color.
Is that before or after you put them on?
They've got the British Racing Brown skid mark
there
on
we
the
go.
back.
For your consideration, I have a 2003 Victory Vegas,
Good Lord.
no.
including it's for $3,500, low miles, quick release saddlebags, but whatever. So we're not selling it. But yeah, I think you look at it, it's a for a cruiser.
So you're saying Victory collectible because they don't make them anymore?
Yeah, they're not making them anymore. They're bulletproof engines. They look decent. It's American.
Johnny,
Yes.
it's not like you to come into my presence and gibber. Bagel.
Wow.
Moving on.
All right. Well, this time I have a scooter.
Oh.
I
That's a
am
surprise.
going.
It's about time
Next.
we got to it. Jeez.
Taxi.
I'm going to put forth the Vespa GTS 300.
Oh, I think I
Oh.
saw that one.
Yeah, this is a fantastic bike. It will do very easily do 80 miles an hour. It will run all day long. It's fun. It handles great, especially if you upgrade the shocks. So it certainly helps.
Right. So, what year range are we talking about here?
This would be from 2009 to, well, really to present.
That's, okay.
There are
There
a
we go.
few modifications that can be made, but even the early ones are, those are coming down in value now, and they haven't hit bottom yet. But I think within the next 5 to 10 years, they will go down to a point where you can pick them up really cheap. But these are really fun and good bikes. And I think these are going to be a future classic in the scooter world.
Can I weigh in a little here?
Sure.
Bagel. You're actually very, very close. But I think from a collectible standpoint, the GTV is the winner.
You have a good
Yeah.
point. Yeah, for collectability, yes. I think
the
you're right.
GTV is definitely the winner from a collectible standpoint.
Mhm.
Johnny,
Yes.
gibbering like an escapee from a lunatic asylum.
Gibbering. Wait, what?
Yeah, just gibbering.
I've never heard that word before.
Yes.
Gibbering. Have you heard
Like
that word?
It's the UK thing.
Yeah.
Gibbering.
Oh, I've heard that.
Gibberish.
Jibber jab.
Yes, exactly.
There you go.
Escapee from a lunatic asylum. And it's not like you. I want you to go and sit in the corner and have a talk with yourself.
He is sitting in the
I
corner.
like my victory. I might go
No,
buy
I
this.
know you do. Well, fucking buy it then, nut. Liza, a clear winner.
Thank you.
I think the Passo has everything. It's drop dead gorgeous. It's collectible. It's quite strange looking, which I like.
Yeah. I mean, red Ducati.
Red
Say no
Ducati,
more, right?
right.
Red
It's-
Ducati.
It is
Yeah.
it is a collectible standpoint from just the looks of it and the manufacturing of it. This is not something that this is more. I'm leaning more towards garage jewelry
Yeah.
Yes. So
because we know how much Ducatis cost.
hang it on the wall. Well, the Passo is an interesting bike because, of course, it was an early experiment in carburation. So it's got this big fat twin choke Weber, which was really designed for a Fiat on it. And it does not carburate well, so it's full of flat spots. They're not that dynamic to ride, and they've got these weird 16-inch wheels on. But once again, it's that same factor that brought you across the finish line in round one, John.
Yes.
They're just so drop-dead gorgeous. And time again, if a bike or indeed a car has fallen short in the reliability department, if it is just crushingly good looking. I mean, look at me with my Jags. Any time that you can complete a journey across a parking lot in a Jag without it breaking down, it's cause for celebration. But the reason I forgive them all their sins is they're just so fucking handsome.
So is that why they have the little mini bars in the back of them?
Yes, there you are.
So
that you
using
can
that
drink by the
logic-
time you get to is the victory drink when you get to the other side of the parking lot.
Yeah, there you go.
Using that logic, I would say then many of the modern adventure bikes are not going to be in that category because they're functional, but they're not like
They're kind
sexy.
They're kind of ugly cool.
Yes.
I will tell you, have you seen the new Tiger 660? The smaller Tiger.
I have, yeah. It's
oh
nice.
God, they're pretty.
Yep.
I mean, that is a pretty adventure bike.
Also, if you talk about what makes a bike a collectible, for many people, it's everybody had one. So a Trail 70 or a CB 750.
That's true.
And they want it
Yeah,
again
nostalgia.
years later, right?
Right.
Or
it's an aspirational bike that's got cheap.
I miss that
rare
bike.
or significant like the GB 500, which became collectible because it just was for 1 year.
Right.
Or something historically significant like
Like the GTV.
Yes.
Well, like the Triumph Scrambler with Steve McQueen.
Yes.
Sure. Yes. I mean, so there are a lot of bikes that just disappear
Right.
and go away. But I wanted to throw out one more as just honorable mention to see, Emma, what you think. Because this
Okay.
is a bike that I really do think fits all of those and is a bike that is prime for investment and restoration now.
I'm hearing more than the $7 in your wallet.
There's currently one here in Santa Cruz for $1,600, but that seems high for me. But a bike that I think is a good bank right now is the Honda CB 700 SC.
I'm
I like that
inclined
bike.
to agree with you.
And for if you don't know, Mouse, why this bike is
It's a
significant,
Nighthawk S.
it also marks a point in history.
Yeah.
There was a time when Harley Davidson wanted to get rid of competition and got the U.S. government to put a tariff on any bike over 750 cc's. So Honda's answer was to go from the 750 to a 700 cc bike. This bike was an answer to that period of time, but they made a really nice, functioning,
That was a nice
good-looking bike.
Everyone loved the Silly Hawks.
I like the blue one. Yeah.
It's got the Comstar wheels. It's got drive shaft, I believe.
I'm absolutely
Yeah.
in agreement with you. And again, it dovetails in. That is a good-looking bike.
Good looking bike that marks a point in time.
So
Yeah.
here's a story about a bike which I think is going to be collectible, maybe even is now.
Oh.
When it was introduced, the styling was ridiculed and reviled.
Oh, we're not talking about the PC 800 again, are we?
It bombed sales-wise. Up until a few years ago, you could get them for nothing. And now, all of a sudden, people are going, oh, prices are climbing. And when you actually show up at a bike meeting on one here, all these years later, you'll get kids coming up and saying, oh, what the hell is that? It is the coolest looking sport bike I've ever seen.
What, the 999?
No,
Sport bike. Modern? Or like how modern?
Rufus.
Oh. No, I actually agree with that.
Yeah.
Rufus is very unique. And it's that famous designer that did
The gills,
Yeah.
the tail, the paint job. You couldn't give those bikes away when they were new because the styling was so controversial. And there was a time, even about 10 years ago, you could get an RF 900 or an RF 600, which aren't that much slower, for absolutely nothing. But now, if you've got a good 900, it's worth well over $3,000, which is good going for a 90s superbike. And they're climbing.
Going up in value?
They're climbing and climbing quickly because they're such unique. It ticks all the buttons. I think it's good looking. I always do. There's plenty of people who still think it's ugly, and it's a very singular looking bike.
How are parts to get there? They got to be almost.
Oh, if the plastics get destroyed,
you're over.
It's over. That's why I'm very, very cautious about who rides it and how I ride it, because when you get to a single model bike, it gets down to the fact that there's all these worldwide owners who are clamoring after the same crash damage parts, and the gills actually are removable. And if you don't double zip tie them on, they're very, very easy to lose. And it's virtually impossible to get gills for an RF 900 or a 600 now.
You know what this conversation tonight has made me aware of? I do not think that there is a flat tracker in the collection.
You need
in
one.
Studio.
That can be remedied.
You've got plenty of you've got pictures of them.
I don't think there is a. Whoa, is there a flat tracker right there? No. I don't think there's a flat tracker.
Well, flat trackers weren't really the subject of modeling.
Any of those yellow bikes between the green bike and the better helmet? No.
I mean, if you want to be cheeky, you could say a CRF 450 is technically a flat tracker.
No.
Something I need to get. It's made me realize.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, got to jump to some emails. We got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay, very good.
So I want to get to one. This one's been a while, but it's short and to the point, and I like that. And this is one we were talking about most important tools in the garage. Emma's my most important tool in the garage.
She is a tool.
And this is one we've mentioned a lot before, but we didn't mention this time. So this is Jason in Seattle.
Hey, Jason.
He says, maybe important isn't the right word, but the first thing that came to mind is the JIS screwdriver.
Yes.
I have worked on a lot of 80s Japanese bikes, and for the longest time, I didn't know there was a difference from a Phillips head. Prior to learning about this, I had to drill out so many screws, especially the ones on brake fluid reservoirs.
Absolutely.
The amount of time and headache saved by having the right tool definitely makes this the best bang for the buck tool in the garage.
And I will add to that, not only do you need the JIS screwdriver, the impactor, you need to know the size, whether it's a number 1, a number 2, or a number 3. And you've got to use the right size. Even if you have a JIS screwdriver, if you're trying to use a number 2 on your crankcase screws, it ain't going to happen. You need that number 3. Thank you.
All right. Hey, Bagel, do you get the one I just sent to you?
I did.
When you're ready.
All right. I have an email here from Jim Roden.
Hello, Jim.
Truth, mate, where you from, Jim?
All right. G'day, Misfits. Greetings from Perth, Western Australia.
Ooh, way out in Perth.
The spiritual home of the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride.
Oh.
Just finished listening to episode 591, and I thought
it's like you're there, isn't it?
It really is.
I thought you may be interested in how rides are organised here.
All right.
I can hear the wombats in the background. Carry on.
The group rides that I participate in are usually organised through Perth Cafe Races, a wonderful bunch of misfits from the led by local legend Rex Havoc.
Oh, love
Great name.
Wow.
We have lots of speed and red light cameras at traffic intersections here, so there's no way we can block intersections and keep groups moving through a red light like you were talking about. Half the ride group would lose their licenses and possibly have their bikes impounded if we tried. So we tend to get broken up into smaller groups, then regroup at set points along the ride. With smaller rides, say 20 to 30 bikes, we tend to be a little too spirited for staggered formation, so single file is the way to go. We have a ride leader and a tail end Charlie, then everyone else takes turns as corner markers. As a ride leader takes each turn, the rider behind them stops at that corner and directs all the other riders through that corner. As the tail end Charlie approaches, they wave the corner marker on in front of them, and the corner marker rejoins the ride at the back of the pack. That leaves the person who is in third spot as the corner marker for the next corner. Then the person behind them marks the next corner, and so on.
God, it's all very complicated,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Do you need a drinking game to hold up with this?
No, actually, I've done this before. This works really well, and it's not hard at all. It's also called like the last man method or something like that.
Yep.
But anyway, depending on the length of the ride, each rider may mark several corners, and it all happens in a relatively orderly fashion with no one left behind. For bigger rides, such as the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, where we can have up to 500 bikes participating, we have designated corner markers who often leave the starting point before the ride leader to get to their corner. They will then marshal the riders through their corner, giving stop and go directions to the riders as traffic signals allow, and until the tail end Charlie appears, at which point that they rejoin the ride. In these big rides, we do use staggered riding formation, but even then, it is mainly in areas where traffic is busiest or we have just regrouped. Anyway, I hope you find this interesting because I certainly found your way of organizing a ride interesting. Love your work, people. Hope to still be hearing you all in 600 episodes' time.
Awesome. Thank you.
Wow.
That's great email.
Thanks, Jim.
We love Aussies on tour. Really, they're so much fun because they're so easy to please. They never whinge.
That's my job. I was a whinging Tom.
All right, John, you got one there?
Sure. This is from Tom.
Hello,
Hey, Tom.
Hey,
Recently bought a Can-Am Riker. Will I be run out of Santa Cruz for having an extra wheel? Well, not if you ride next to Liza on the Niken. Two trikes together is always okay.
Yeah, we could practically share a lane together.
Yeah.
We'd fit right in.
I had such an agreeable time on your Riken today.
I will tell you, no, you're not. People will be curious. Someone asks questions, but you won't be invited on the group ride. I'll just say, I've done a group ride with somebody on a Can-Am, and they cannot keep up with motorcycles at all.
Nope.
And it just becomes a pain in the ass because you have to keep stopping and waiting for them. It's just not a good compatibility thing. But
if the ride only involved straight lines,
yeah,
wouldn't be a problem.
but yeah, when you throw in curves and smaller roads, no, it's
Yeah.
not compatible.
Mountainous is not for that bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen poor guys trying to get those things around curves.
But I also don't let sportsters with peanut tanks on my rides either because they got to get gas every 60 miles and it's a pain in the ass. Just saying. All right. Emma.
I have one here from Chris.
Hey, Chris.
And this is a group ride tip and haiku. Great episode, kids. Just thought I'd add a tip. Just the tip. Or two for the ride captains. When you're leading the group from a stop sign, gas stop, or brothel, you have to be mindful of how quickly you accelerate at the front of the group, so you're not at highway speed before the sweep can even start moving. Obviously, the bigger the group, the bigger the speed differential, so ride accordingly. Well, that's smart, isn't it? Also, in smaller groups, which are 3 or 4 riders, the guys I ride with tend to act on the road as one long vehicle, meaning we pass only when it's safe for the entire group to pass, and we change lanes when the sweep rider is clear to change. Communication is key. Also very, very good. What I find works well, say, in the Dolomites, is when we're on our smaller groups, which are like 3 or 4, the lead rider will always go through and then call to the other riders. Clear. Or you've got a black and white car coming down. As soon as they're past, you're clear. And, you find it's a bit clunky at first because you don't have that level of trust. But after a couple of days, when the following riders trust the leader, it works flawlessly. But these are great tips. The haiku.
Good job.
Well, no, hang on. I'm doing the haiku right now.
Yeah.
Big group ride today. Lead thinks he's qualifying. I'll catch up at home. Love the show, guys. Thanks, Chris from Toronto.
Thanks, Chris.
Oh man, yeah, that's happened more than once. If someone's, I want to be a motorcycle tour guide, and then I'll ride with them. I'm like, you can't go that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things we did the trip and everything, why we broke people up into separate groups,
Right.
is so that people can ride. They have freedom of pace. And
The,
otherwise you're stuck on a tour.
Yeah.
They're going too slow or you're having your skills pushed.
theoretically, the slowest rider in any group should be the ride leader.
Yeah.
Because nobody should be riding beyond their ability to keep up with the ride leader.
So I have one here from.
You've got one here?
Thomas. Thomas.
Thomas.
Tom.
Tom.
And he sent us a really long one, so I'm not going to read it all. But he basically told us about an event he recently did called the LBL 200, the Land Between the Lakes National Park
Do you understand
ride.
you are crushing Tom
It's a
right now?
no, hold on. It's a dual sport ride. So he gave us a ride report, which is really cool. So I don't have time to read it all, but he has a PS that is worth sharing
Okay.
that I didn't want to miss. So going back to his favorite tools, and this is a good one. Says one of my favorite tools is my MAP gas blowtorch and or the heat gun.
Yes.
Can't tell you how many bolts I've spared simply because you heat and beat them before trying to remove them.
Yes.
Metal parts bent back into place or rubber made supple again and some gentle heat from the gun. These have saved me a lot of cussing and a lot of beating on my sacrificial gas tanks. To explain, I have a couple of junk tanks in the back of my shop that serve me for anger management.
Nice.
I love
That's
it.
also an important tool.
He just goes back there with a big hammer and he starts wailing on him.
Right.
Emma,
Sometimes only a hammer will do.
is he actually is he loose? Is he getting the bolt looser by heating it up?
Yeah, well, oftentimes there's a couple of things going on here. You've got, if you have an aluminum, or as I would say, an aluminium crankcase with a steel bolt in it, you get that friction between dissimilar metals and a little bit of reaction, a little bit of corrosion, and the heat will break that up.
All right.
But secondly, if you use Loctite during assembly, as a lot of manufacturers do, all Loctite is liquid plastic. And the air is what keeps it liquid. When you take away the air, it turns into solid plastic. So that's why they lock the bolts. But how to turn it into liquid again
Heat it. Yeah.
He,
without the presence of air? A little bit of heat.
All right. Thank
Heat it
you,
up,
Misfits
and then,
listener, for giving me a new use for my heat gun. I've got one. I never thought about using it.
Yeah, and
There you go.
any time you find things have gone a little bit
sticky.
And a top tip: if you buy your new motorcycle boots and they're a little bit pinchy, and you've got a tour coming up, put on 2 pairs of socks, spritz them with a water gun, and then heat them with your heat gun, and just walk around the house in them for
expansion.
Another
a
top
couple
tip.
of hours.
With nothing else on.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
With leopard print on the pant and a one plus.
Did you have something to add to that, Bagel?
Well, I was just going to say with the heating also, if you have a bolt that's stuck into a fitting somewhere, if you heat around the fitting, that actually can
Expands
expand
the
the
metal,
metal to help loosen it up.
Can
too.
do. Yep.
Yep.
Nice.
Great stuff.
Great. So now I'm picturing in my head things not to cook in the kitchen while you're only wearing motorcycle boots.
Bagel, did you get the second one I sent you?
Well, there's one from last week as well.
Why don't you go ahead and read the one from last week?
Okay. Where's that? That is, yes. It's titled Scooters on the Isle of Man
Oh, right.
Mhm.
from Jim Hendricks. He says, "Hi, Misfits.
Jimi
Long time-
Hendrix. He's
Yes.
dead, isn't he?
Spelled a
this
little
one.
differently. Different Jim.
Okay.
He says, "Hi, Misfits. Longtime listener, first time emailer. Love your podcast. Keep it up. Notes for Bagel from another Oregonian. Just spent 4 days with a mate on the Isle of Man running the TT course at high speed
Mhm.
and visiting moto museums.
Yes.
The Isle of Man Motor Museum has a particularly fine collection of rare scooters, including the DMW scooters that I haven't heard of before, but were impressively beefy machines. Also interesting that they had original advertisements for the scooters that exclusively seemed to target women riders." And he's had some photos, and Yeah, he says, just a suggestion, if you do a trip to the Isle of Man in the future, Jim Hendricks, native Oregonian, former 1960 Vespa owner, and now US-UK dual citizen living in North London, England with 3 KTM bikes, 690R, 790R, 1290 Super Duke GT. Ride green lanes weekly, road trips throughout the UK, and now doing road/TET/ACT trips on the continent. Next week, 4 days in Normandy on the GT.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right,
very,
Jim.
very cool.
Living the life.
Yeah. And he said,
I only made it to the one motorcycle museum on Isle of Man.
mm-hmm.
I didn't know there was another. Ooh.
Yeah.
Now I got to go back, Kat.
Yeah, there's a lot
Gotta
of
go
fun
back.
you can do on the
Gotta
island.
go back.
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome.
And we have talked about the DMW scooters before. In fact, the DMW Deemster, right, Emma?
Yes, the DMW Deemster. Doors Motor Works. Yes.
Yes.
Nice. Thank you. John, you got one?
I do. This is from Aubrey from Ohio.
Hey, Aubrey.
Just heard Chris Stapleton on the box, and I was transported back to vintage days, standing there with my wife, bless her heart, what a trooper, watching folks jump the log and slow race in front of Captain Phil's tent.
Yes.
It got dark, and a youngster lined up to start the burnouts when we all paused to observe our national anthem. A moving rendition started over the speakers as I took my hat in hand to look toward Old Glory flying on the nearby RV. I was really feeling thankful to be among cool people that love bikes of all kinds in a country built upon freedom to be as the high note toward the end of the anthem hit my Vantage, perfectly covering the back. Perfectly hit. Wow, I totally lost this. Perfectly hit someone far off in the overflow camping. Someone set off fireworks from overflow camping. From my vantage point, perfectly covered the background behind our flag.
Nice.
I admit I was a bit teary-eyed as the words "Land of the Free and Home of the Brave" rang out above the cheering crowd of Moto Misfits, and the report from the fireworks echoed. And the insanity resumed. Next year, I hope I can contribute to the fun in whatever I can, and I want to complete the scramble on the 1990 XR 250R I finally bought after years of listening to the podcast. Keep making the world a much better place one day at a time. Much love from Athens, Ohio, Aubrey.
Yeah.
Oh,
And Luke, who came by the garage
Yeah, it was
today,
so fun having Luke
he
here.
came by and I'm like, have we met before? He goes, yeah, I was with you at Vintage Days. And this past year at Vintage Days, all these like listeners kept showing up and Phil was just set up a tent. And every day it was like more and more tents popping up like in front of our tents. And you like,
Yeah, it was amazing.
it was pretty funny how many just little tents. We had a whole village. It was
took
pretty awesome.
Luke on an epic Santa Cruz tour also. It was
I'm
great.
sure you
Awesome.
did.
What an amazing day.
All right, Emma, we got
Hi.
time for one more. You got one there?
we do. And I have one here from Chris.
Hey, Chris.
And
Hi, Chris.
hi, Misfits. I'm over in the UK. Like Emma, I'm originally from Sutton Coldfield.
Oh, you're using the right accent.
Oh, yes, but I've been living in North Wales for many years. Now, look here, Chris, and I'm going to be absolutely clear. I was raised in Sutton Coldfield, but I'm a true Brummie, darling. I was born at the Birmingham Children's Hospital at Loveday Street in Birmingham. So, I'm not really from Sutton Coldfield, but, I know it very well because I lived with a tiny child. Anyway, I'm glad I got that out of the way.
I feel better now.
I'm sure you do, Johnny.
really do.
I knew she was ashamed of it, but she's working her way through it.
That's counseling's working.
I listened to your episode on standard staggered riding formation and thought I'd give it a view from another part of the world. Over here in the UK, what you refer to as staggered standing riding formation is much less common. Now and again, you'll see a handful of Harley riders doing it, but rarely. Probably because the roads are smaller, traffic is busier, blocking junctions for a group is not allowed. And we have cameras on many red lights to catch people going through on red. So just keeping the group together and carrying on through, not giving opposing traffic a chance to go until the group through isn't an option. If it's red, you've got to stop whether that splits the group or not. So very similar to our friend in Perth. Much more common for group rides here is the drop-off system. I'm sure some of you at least are familiar with this, but for listeners in other parts of the world that aren't, in this system there's a leader at the front and a back marker at the back. When you reach a junction or
Tail
turn
end
off,
Charlie.
yeah, the rider stops to mark the way, and from there the back marker arrives. So it's very, very similar to our friend in Perth. So it goes on about that. So we've already covered this. It works well as long as people do stop to mark junctions when they're supposed to and don't move until the back marker arrives, which I'm guessing there's probably examples that don't. I mean, I think what we're getting to with all of this is understand the etiquette of the group you're with.
Yep.
And once you understand the etiquette of that group, study it, make it part of your riding habit, and, it be part of the group.
I think also the riding conditions are going to the group riding conditions are going to vary greatly depending on the territory you're riding through. If you've got a lot of stops and a lot of turns in more of a city or out junction than if you're riding in open country.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, and that's a very good point. Love the show. It keeps me entertained whilst tending to a big garden all day on my own at work. I do have a 45-minute commute each way through rural twisty roads and generally commute on the bike, so can't complain. And that is from Chris. And Chris, I suspect that Chris has his own business, which is CJ Landscapes. CJ Landscapes. So,
well, Chris, we all wish we had your commute.
Yes, wouldn't that be nice?
Actually, I got one more I want to jump in because it's on the same topic and we might as well get it out because we were talking the other week about riding formation, how there isn't an established set, like, here's how we ride in this country. And I was presenting to the AMA that you guys should present guidelines, or we should have one source that is a guideline.
It's always better out than in.
Okay. But this one comes from Carl, who says, I was listening to the staggered riding episode and had some thoughts.
Hello, Carl.
You sure you don't want me to read this one, Liza? You sure you don't want me to read this one?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Carl's the co-organizer of a meetup group in Montgomery County, PA. And he says, we get all sorts of riders from I've had this Grom for a week to the Busa Bros to the old guys on the DRs who've been around the world.
You have to do the accent, darling.
This is literally the county I grew up in,
Okay, Bagel, take the rest.
All right, Bagel, take it.
All right. We get all sorts of riders from I've had this Grom for a week to the Busa Bros to the old guys on DRs who've been around the world. We run group rides that usually target twisty country or creekside roads. We stop for lights and stop signs for the most part. If it's an all-way stop, we'll roll through as a group, but otherwise we stop. Maybe it's an East Coast thing, but drivers out here see a green light as their God-given right to mow down anyone in their way. As for stop signs, the county roads we ride often cross much larger/faster roads. It's just not safe to hope that cars will be alert enough no matter how tight a formation you're keeping. I tend to ride sweep, and we coordinate on the Senna so the ride leader can pull the lead group over and wait in the odd chance we get separated. Back in COVID times, a local group was running rides, and there was no announcement as to what rules we were going to follow. Turns out we had a few Harley guys new to the group who fancied themselves traffic blockers. This group never did that, ever. At the first major intersection, we caught a red light and I stopped. Well, the guy behind me assumed we'd be blocking traffic and ran right up my tailpipe.
Oh.
As a group leader, it's always good to make sure everyone is on the same page. Thanks for the good times. I love the podcast and I need to come visit. I feel like we're friends and that just haven't met yet. Carl.
Oh,
Carl, we are, darling. We're all misfits.
They are friends.
Yeah.
Yes, we're all misfits, Carl. But you see, what did I just say? Know the etiquette of the group. Assume nothing.
And the point that he makes, I know the kind of roads that he's talking about, where you go through like back roads, but then you come to this, like a state highway or something.
Yeah.
There's no way you're going to block traffic for that.
No.
You see, the only person I will never, ever ride with again, ever, is Bagel. Ever. Because,
why is that?
Because he's so devilishly handsome, he's a distraction.
and fast.
Look how red he's gone now. Look, he looks like a lobster.
You just like watching my ass in front of you, shaking it on the scooter, huh?
He's going
He
fluorescent.
just became a negative. Look at him.
Nice sunburn.
No, sorry, Bagel. Gosh, no. I'm once again.
How come it only affects the face and not the rest of the body?
Right, look at that.
I'm reminiscing about that lovely ride we made on the "That Shall Not Be Mentioned" ride in San Francisco. And
Yes.
Well, you just mentioned it.
I'm not going to say what it was again, but what a jolly time we had amongst people who really knew what they were doing. Wasn't that fantastic?
Oh, it was wonderful. It's riding in a group where everyone is just on point. It's fantastic.
Right, exactly.
Such a great feeling.
Yes, tra-la-la.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, there you go. That brings us to the end. Thank you, Cat and Mouse, for coming down and joining us.
Yeah,
It was
good
a lot
having
of
you guys
fun.
here. Yeah.
Taking Emma away and giving me a break. I appreciate that.
Stop
the
taking our
most.
Emma.
I've just got to spread the love, darling.
You need to spread it all over Europe.
Spread it all over myself and
God
both.
knows
spread
you
it.
spread enough things in the garage.
Well, that's why the knickers are hanging out the top box. But the bottle of wine has a nice safety place.
Yes,
Are you wearing your leopard print panties today, Emma?
yes, and a one blue sock.
On that note, I think it's time to wrap it up.
One announcement quickly.
Yes.
We've got our fall desert hair or whatever we're calling it.
For
Jen.
God, just out with it, Johnny.
So
now, come on.
we're going to Moon Rocks.
Men in the desert.
Men in the desert, this time the Nevada desert outside of Reno, 10th through the 13th of October. We have some.
Wait, you can't advertise something as Men in the Desert.
Women can come too. You said men. Who said men in the desert?
I did. That's what it's going to be.
So, no, my wife's going. So,
Okay.
men and one woman at least. So, yeah, anybody who wants to come, it's free. Bring your own food, bring your own water, bring your own firewood. It's dry camping. It's going to be 3 days in a glorious spot in
10th through the
BLM
13th?
land, 10th through the 13th.
Yeah, get the hell out of San Francisco. The Blue Angels are coming.
Oh, it's Fleet Week.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, please email us at our john@bigthumpers.com. And we already have one listener that's coming with us. So you're invited too. So come and ride in the desert.
Nice.
Emma, I think I found a flat tracker. Behind your head, look to your left. See the red Ducati? The Paul Smart Ducati? What's right next to it to the right? Yeah, right to that.
It
What
looks
is
like a
that?
Harley, right? Or
What
a
is
VMAX,
that?
Or a VMAX.
Is it? Flat tracker?
That is an XR 1200 Harley Davidson, and very handsome too.
Found the flat tracker.
So you
There we go.
have one flat tracker.
But at least I found it. So, hey, everyone, go to motorcyclesandmisfits.com.
Who?
You've got
Motorcycles
shirts.
and misfits.com.
We've got shirts for sale there. You can find links to everything, including, I believe, Layout Escapes is also listed in our favorite things category. So yeah, go there, and you can also contact us there or send your emails to motorcyclesandmisfits@gmail.com.
Drink booze, take drugs, ride motorcycles, and have sex with hookers.
Emma, we'll miss you,
I'll miss you all too.
but I'm also looking forward to it.
It's my turn to
safe
babysitter
travels.
for a while. all right?
Yes,
Exactly.
well,
You and Bagel next week, because I'll be out too.
Oh,
Safe
baby,
travels
we're
and
having
have fun.
it's going to be
Party.
it's going to be a thin but mighty show.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for listening, especially big thanks to our Patreon subscribers.
They're
You
great.
are the best.
Yeah, they are.
Thank you so
great.
much for supporting us, especially in this time where I am unemployed and my only income is from
Riding a
the
camel seat.
podcast. Riding, exactly.
So pay up and keep her on.
So send us your emails. We want to hear from you. So thanks everyone. Time to get out of here.
Thanks.
This is Liza.
Stubby John.
Emma, darling.
Mouse.
Cat.
Bagel.
And we are out of here.
Cool.